Okay, so in this video we'll discuss how can you tell which method to use, either substitution or elimination method, just to go a little bit faster in solving these systems of linear equations. But one thing I do want to make clear is that you could use any method, but again, it's just knowing which one to use, that way you could go a little bit faster. Okay, so first thing I do is I scan the whole thing, right? So I scan the whole thing and I look at the system and I look at it as a whole. Then I look at its parts and I go, well, I do not see any variable isolated, right? But I do notice that these variables are lined up. The equal sign is also lined up, and also the constants are lined up. So that in my mind already triggers, okay, I could use elimination method. So what I'll do is I'll use elimination method to go ahead and solve this system. So the thing is, I have to decide, well, which letter do I eliminate, right? Which variable do I eliminate? But one thing I do notice is that, see the coefficients right here? Whoops, there we go. Oops, it's kind of, these coefficients here, they're not the same number. So it kind of makes it kind of difficult to eliminate. So what I can do is go, okay, then what can I multiply to the whole line? That way they have the same number, right? So what I try to do is look for the common multiple. So what I could say is, hey, let me try to eliminate x, for example, right? I pick a letter. You have to pick one, either the x or the y, and I'll pick the x for this example. And I ask myself, well, what's the common multiple between 2 and 4, right? And I could say to myself, well, I could turn the 2 into a 4 by multiplying by 2. So what I can do is say here, okay, I'm going to multiply by 2, right? And then I'll leave the 4 alone. So if I want to leave that alone, I multiply by 1. Right? So then what happens is this. So 2, so I multiply this one, the top line by 2, and then the bottom line by 1. So 2 times 2x gives me 4x. 2 times y gives me 2y. And then 2 times 5 gives me the 10. Okay? And then the bottom says I'm multiplying by 1. It leaves everything the same. Right? So then I could add or subtract. So notice that they're the same number, so what I can do is subtract them, right? Because 4 minus 4 will give me the 0 that I need. So what I could say is, hey, I'm going to subtract these two equations. So I'll have here 4x minus 4x gives me 0. 2y minus 2y also gives me 0. Okay. And then 10 minus 0 gives me 10. Okay. So notice that we once again have all the variables, all the letters eliminated. So what we'll have is either a no solution or infinite solution. So we go ahead and work this out. So 0 plus 0 is 0 and equals 10. And then we have to ask ourselves, is this true or not? Does 0 equal 10? And the answer is no. 0 does not equal 10. So we have another no solution. Okay? And if you were to graph this system, you'll notice that these lines do not intersect with each other. If you go up or down, they don't intersect at all. And that's why it's no solution. So we verified that we got the correct answer.